Alright, what's up guys? So, Police Insider has uploaded a video titled Child Pred Realizes He's Been Caught After Decades. Yeah, it's stuff like this where it's like, and you don't feel bad for them either. It's one of those things where I'm like, you watch this video and the same way you felt before the video, you're gonna feel the same way after you watch the video. You ain't gonna shed no tears. You ain't going to be like, oh man, no, none of that. My thing is this: if you're willing to put kids through trauma that they don't deserve, any punishment that you get, you deserve that. You 100% deserve that. It just trips me out where there's people where it's like they just don't have no awareness of their surroundings, where they're like, yeah, I'm willing to not even, it's like, no, they just do it. They're like, I'm just gonna put kids through trauma. And it's like, fam, it's one of those things where I'm like, us as adults should be protectors of kids. I'm like, even if it's not even our own, still though, you shouldn't be doing no crazy stuff like this. So that's why I'm like, yeah, whatever happens to this guy, I'm head like, hey bro, you put yourself in that situation. So but anyways, yeah, let's go ahead and check out this video. Make sure if you guys haven't, go subscribe to Police Insider. But anyway,
the year is 2002. An 11-year-old playing around her house is taken to her room, and the door is locked. She's told to lie on the bed and pull down her pants. Her hands are pinned down, and she's threatened. If she utters a word, the family will be destroyed. Then something happens. Something so painful that she's unable to sit or walk normally for several days. It happens again and again, continuing for 4 years. 19 years later, police arrive at a man's house after receiving a call from the same girl.
Hey, how's it going?
Good.
Are you Andrew?
Yes.
Can I talk to you real quick?
Sure. What's up?
Are you with the kids? Home with the kids?
No.
No? They're at school or with
Yeah.
mom? Okay. All right, Andrew. So here's the deal, okay? And we're going to talk about this when we get back to the office, okay? But you're under arrest right now, okay? So go ahead and put your hands behind your back for me.
Can I get my wife real quick?
We can get her before we leave, yep. Okay? We'll let her know.
you a grown man, you gotta take responsibility. So
I'll pinch you there.
Do you mind if I yell in for her?
She's upstairs.
Is she going to hear me if I yell?
Probably not.
Okay. Can we walk in with you?
Yes.
All right. David 10, Cascade 1 in custody.
Dog gonna bark? She's not gonna bite.
All right, Andrew, I'm going to stop you real quick, though. I'm going to read this to you, okay? So you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you in the court of law. Hey, Courtney. Detective Nation is going to stay here for a moment. She can talk to you about what's going on, okay? I'm going to go back and chat with Andrew, okay? And hopefully everything will be clear by the time we're done here. Okay?
Andrew was the son of Mary and Michael, both pastors in the Salvation Army, a global Christian charitable organization founded in 1865. Michael was Andrew's stepfather, and the family lived in a house owned by the organization. The very house where Andrew raped the girl, his own biological sister.
oh wow.
So we can hop in the car up here, but I gotta search you first. So we'll go up to the front hood of that car right there.
Wow.
Usually it's just
That
like a big
man
bag of meth.
is
People
sick.
forget it's in there or something.
Yeah,
So.
definitely.
I don't touch
drugs.
That's good. It's not good for you.
You got your stance, please. Thank you.
Do you want me to give this stuff? That's not yours, but do you want me to give this stuff to Courtney?
Yes, please.
Okay.
I prefer for her to.
I
just
wonder
hold
if
on.
it's
that way
like
on.
if it's hitting him now that like he knows why he's going to jail. But if it hasn't, I hope like it's like halfway through explanation, like he can't build up like no lies, he can't build up no story and stuff. Like he's just kind of like right in the middle of like it hits him and stuff. That's insane.
I have to
though.
track it around and
That
figure
is
out what's going
honestly
on.
insane.
So there's a little cutout there in the plastic seat for your hands. If you, so there's a running board there if you need. Just watch your head. And once you get down there, it's not very comfortable.
I
But
don't know if I'll be able to. Oh, there we go. My knees are shot, so trying to.
Gotcha. Is there anything I can do to make it more comfortable, or do I need to help you get your leg up there?
I don't know if I can get my hands into a comfy spot. That's the other problem. There we go.
We're just heading to the Anacortes Police Department there. It's not very far. You okay?
Yeah. All right. I mean, I'm still curious about what all this is about and what's going on.
So we got to talk to Detective Corporal Michael there.
Hey, so you're Courtney?
Yeah.
Okay.
Of raping when they were kids.
Okay.
And there's been a no contact order in place.
For how long?
Since June of last year.
When did she accuse him of this?
She accused him this just a little over a year ago.
Okay.
Shortly before the no contact order.
Oh,
That's
okay.
the only thing I know of. She accused him in 2011 after hearing about something happening to her youth pastor, and like kind of took it on as her own, like oh, this happened to me kind of thing.
Who was her youth pastor?
I don't know. I don't remember him.
According to police reports, the youth pastor was identified as Wade, and he was the first person to stand up for the victim. In her interview, the victim said he had been mentoring her under the Salvation Army at the time. During one of their conversations, he opened up about his own trauma, which caused her to break down. When he asked if she had been going through something, she said yes and revealed what her brother had been doing. By that point, Andrew had even tried to penetrate her anally and attempted to have sex with her during a family vacation.
That's crazy.
Their parents were asleep on the bed next to them when he tried to penetrate her, but stopped after their mother yelled at them for making noise.
You gonna be able to step out okay?
Yeah. Man, go ahead.
Running board right here if you need it.
It's like that, and for years, like, my thing is this: if not for life, put him off in there, like up until the point where he's elderly, and then that's when send him on his way and things. Just pretty much throw him out. Like, yeah, it's like you ain't getting nothing. It's like just throw him out just randomly and stuff when he's just elderly, going through issues. Because that's crazy. It's one of those things where it's like you don't do that to anybody, but then it's like your own sister. Yeah, that's one of those things where it's like, yeah, bro, you sick and you definitely. It's just I don't know. Like, I feel like I'm holding back. Like, there are things that I could say, but I'm like, I just don't know how YouTube, more so like guidelines and stuff. Like, there's just some things that I would say where I'm like, yeah, I possibly could could get a video taken down and things, but that's why I'm like, I'm gonna just, for the sake of you guys getting to see, like, stuff like this and things, yeah, I'm just going to hold my tongue, but...
Good.
Is there a way to adjust the cuffs off?
Yeah, it seems we're gonna take you out. The cuffs right here. And just go ahead and take a seat in here, please. And Corporal Michael will be in here in just a little bit to talk to you.
Okay.
If you need something, there should be something on the other side of that window so you can tap on the glass.
They went through like an internal thing with
I'm
him.
just confused though by the wife though, where it's like you knew of this stuff, and I mean, like, I just don't know like exactly if there's like any evidence to prove the victim's story, but still though, you hear some stuff like that makes you like wonder. You gotta have like some sort of trust issues, with your significant other, but. Yeah, it's like, I imagine that, after some time, like, then it going to court and then him going to prison, whatever the case may be. It's like, if she's still with him, I'm like, that's some insane stuff.
And then she
What do you mean by internal?
internally, it was like with the Salvation Army.
Okay.
So they launched their own little investigation, and then she went through and recanted her statements of oh, this never actually really happened, and this kind of thing. So we went the whole spiel. We didn't talk to her for a really long time, and so that was that. That was the end of it.
Andrew, who was 15 when he started doing it, wasn't doing well in school and often brought trouble home. According to the victim, it started a few weeks after she got her first period, and because she was afraid her family would be destroyed, she never told anyone. The incident only came to light after Andrew got married, when Wade and the victim told the family they had something to share. After the victim finished telling them what had happened, none of the parents believed her, and Courtney became very defensive of Andrew. The matter was later taken up by investigators from the Salvation Army, during which the victim's parents forced her to send emails stating that everything she had said was false.
That's crazy.
After that, the investigation was dropped.
And then
Wow.
a little
It's
over
like out of all people, and that's messed up, where it's like you go to them thinking that you okay, this is your family, they're gonna trust you, they're going to hear out what you have to say, but they just turn their back on you and stuff. Yeah, that's insane. But I mean, I guess I just don't know how to prove something like that, because I mean, eventually, if he admits to that stuff, and then like it gets shown off in court, like where he's in the interrogation room and he's talking about that and things, then it's like that's like when the daughter has to look at the family and be like, like, this is your guys' son admitting to this stuff. And then it's like, yeah, if you still like, yeah, that's something where I'm like, if I'm that girl, it would definitely be a long time before I talked with that family again. I'm like, I probably on some like serious stuff, I probably would have abandoned my family. I'm like, if there's something that I just spoke out about and you guys just like brush it off and things, yeah, I'm like, okay, well, I can see that I'm not a part of this family and stuff. So yeah, I guess I'll just see you guys around. And so yeah, I'll move on with my life. I'm like, it's one of those things, because at that point, like, my trust, everything within me, destroyed. I'm like, I can't trust nobody. I can't go to anybody, I guess, like, and then it's like the one time you do go to somebody about like something that's been bothering you, it's not even your own family, it's your youth pastor, and he is like convincing you to like speak out about this stuff. So yeah, that's one of those things where I'm like, yeah, shout out to that youth pastor, but yeah, but the family, I'm like, nah, y'all is sick.
Ago, she started it back up again. Like, she got into a new relationship, and one of her old friends was like, hey, just so you know, she said this happened to her. And then her fiance, boyfriend, or whatever, decided that they wanted to like make it into a thing again. And I'm like, okay, this never even happened. Falsely accusing him this whole time. And so,
that's something where it's like, it does sound unbelievable. It just sounds like somebody wouldn't do that, to anybody's, but it's like, but then to your own sister, it's like, no, yeah, it does sound unbelievable, but if I'm telling you, if it cuts to a part of him in the interrogation room admitting, or they say that he admitted to all the crimes, I'm like, everybody that defended him, it's like that, it's one of those things where it's like, you guys sit down and think about it. How does that look where I've been defending this guy all this time and he actually did this stuff? I imagine that there's going to probably be some sort of exposing or him admitting to this stuff if we've seen a whole video of it.
Well, he tried to call her to kind of just talk to her about, there's other things going on with the family too. He goes, like, he contacted her because she wasn't talking to his mom anymore, and he didn't know anything. Like, they had a really good relationship, but we had to build that trust back up and kind of thing. It's like she'd come to visit and stuff like that. No issues, nothing, until like a little over a year ago. It's like resurfaced everything. And so then he tried to call her about what was going on, like why she wasn't talking to mom anymore. Like, hey, I'm here for you. What's going on? And then at that time in April, this is what basically she used this phone call against him. It's like, oh, I told him never to contact me again. Which did not happen prior to that. So then there was no contact order put in place. He actually flew from Spokane to Colorado to be at the court hearing, because he was like, I'm not going to show. So he went there, did the court hearing, and then the contact order went from not having it like a permanent one forever to just a 1 year no contact order.
When the incident was revealed, Andrew remained silent throughout. Following that day, the victim's parents didn't speak to her for 6 months. The investigation took place sometime later. When detectives reached out to the youth pastor, he confirmed the incident and said that during the time he was mentoring her, they had bonded over shared trauma, but broke things off before they got too close. At one point, a nurse also told the victim there was evidence of a miscarriage. The assault stopped once Andrew got married, and the victim had no contact with him until very recently, when he began sending her voicemails saying how much he loved her. She deleted them and blocked him.
Okay, so who said she recanted? How did
it was, well, his mother...
When you say allegations, what allegations are you talking about?
She accused him of raping her when they were teenagers. Like, he's like 4 years older than her. And so he accused her of that.
Okay.
Or she accused him of that, excuse me. There was a bunch of stuff where her fiance, boyfriend, whatever he is now, he, like, was being like super aggressive towards her mom, or to my husband's mother. And like,
it's like, I know that they do say that like lie detector tests is like they're not a thing in situations like this, because I know people probably would ask that, like strap him to a lie detector test and see how the results turn out. But I think I remember when because I think that's what it was. It was the O.J. Simpson situation. And if you guys, because they did a TV show, it was like an American Crime Story or something like that. It's kind of like from like that American Horror Story, but like they do like biopics and stuff. But anyways, I think it was like, yeah, the first season they did, it was about OJ Simpson. They did show a part in there where they had questioned him about his wife, Nicole Simpson. And I think that was one of the questions they asked him, like, did you kill Nicole Simpson? And I think he said no. Then the line, it started going crazy and stuff, letting him know like he lied. And I think that might have been the reason why he went on that chase, because I think that it was that same day when he did like, or it was like him and his friend, they went on that like low speed chase and stuff. So I think that's how that had went down. It's been years since I watched that show, but anyways.
threatening her, and so she tried to like say, look, I don't want you around, and tried to do a restraining order because she was just going psychotic. And then it got thrown into the mix that, oh, you're protecting your son but not your daughter scenario. That's when my husband reached out to us in April and was like, hey, I just want you to know I'm here for you. He's trying to like be there for her because he knows what it's like when his mom didn't care for a fiance or girlfriend or anything like that, because I've dealt with that in the past with her. And then that's when the restraining order, like the papers were served for the restraining order at that point. So from there, I'm like, okay, restraining order, cool. We don't need to talk to her anymore. He's cool with not talking to her anymore either. Deleted their phone numbers, blocked her, blocked him on everything, because I was just like, we're not going down this road of like this game that she's playing anymore. So we just decided that we're cutting ties with her, even though she's in control, obviously, with the legal system as far as like getting the paperwork in, like restraining order. It was more like, cool, this is more of a mutual decision than anything else. So
In another investigation conducted by the Salvation Army, Andrew's dad was found guilty of cheating on his wife, after which he died by suicide.
Oh, wow.
In his interview, Andrew claimed that his sister had made false allegations against him. He told detectives that she may have entered his room while he was masturbating, or that they may have kissed beyond what's appropriate between siblings, but insisted he never hurt her and called her psychotic. He said he was sorry for whatever happened, that he loved her and wanted to mend the bond.
Alright, so here's the deal. I did talk to my boss, okay, and the attorney's office, okay, and they do want you to go to the jail for the night. Okay, because what that does is you see a judge then immediately, and the judge can decide if this is something we need to hold you for, if you can go back home. Otherwise, it's kind of just hanging out in the air, and then worst case scenario is that the judge looks at it and goes, whoa, why did this guy not get in front of me, and then puts a warrant out for you, and then that's a whole other nightmare, right? Okay. So it's probably better just to get it done immediately, and that way you might even, if you get over there fast enough, they might even still have a judge there. Okay? Okay. So that's what they're going to want to do at this point. That way the judge will be able to look at the paperwork and say, no, he doesn't be here, or whatever. It's up to them at that point. So. All right. Okay.
Andrew was sentenced to prison for 26 months for the charges of incest in second degree and rape in third degree. Blinded by lust, he not only destroyed his own life, but gave a lifelong trauma to his sister, his family, and his 4 young kids. It is important to take these cases seriously and educate our children when they're young, so that a lifelong pain such as this can be avoided. YouTube thinks you'll love the video on screen. Click to watch now.
Yeah, that's one of those things. I don't know how that just all right, but anyways, that's just insane. It's like he does that to his family. It's like you shouldn't do that to anybody, but it's like your family. It's one of those things where it's like, he just, there's people in this world that just, they don't care about life. You do stuff like that to your family, it's like, really though, it's you have to question your mental state. Like, you have to really question who you are. Because I'm saying, like, it doesn't matter what you went through as me personally, and this is just how I feel. I don't care what he had going on when he was younger. I'm like, yeah, if you didn't get that bicycle that you wanted, or that all-time toy, and that just led into this villain, this, story that you wanted to write out and stuff, none of that matters. I'm like, everybody has a tough upbringing. Everybody has some messed up days and things. This way that you decided to handle it, yeah, bro, it's whatever happens. I'm like, my thing is this: if you find yourself in a situation where you are so alone, you have nobody to go to, you have nobody to talk to, because this moment when you were a kid or when you were a teenager and you decide to put your sister through some traumatic stuff, and then all of a sudden it's like just coming back on you, where it's like, it's, this stuff is like, it's just, it's beating you, like, no, seriously, like, I'm saying, like, having it where your kids don't want to talk to you, your wife is divorcing you, your family doesn't want to talk to you and stuff, it's like you can't make no friends, people don't want to be bothered with you. You brought that on yourself. So yeah, that's one of those things where it's like, yeah, bruh, he's, yeah, it's just, he got some serious issues that he needs to work out. But anyways, yeah, make sure, if you guys haven't, go subscribe to Police Insider. I will talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching, and peace.